Quebec's aluminum industry is bracing for a new tariff threat from Donald Trump and feeling a bit of déjà vu. Trump is proposing a 25% tariff on all steel and aluminum imports to the U.S. Quebec provides about 60% of those aluminum imports, which American businesses use to build all kinds of things.
So we take beer cans or Coke cans, soft drink cans. So all of these use aluminum products, as well as it is used in the construction industry for various aluminum products. Plus, of course, in the aircrafts.
Quebec's aluminum industry has already been through this with Trump during his first administration. In 2018, he imposed a 10% tariff, and that hit the industry hard.
In the year that followed, there was about an 18% decrease in U.S. demand for Canadian aluminum, much of it coming from Quebec.
That was quite a detrimental effect for both the steel and aluminum industry. So there was an estimated about $3 billion kind of cost on the Canadian economy.
At the time, Canada imposed counter tariffs, and after about a year, Trump finally lifted the tariffs. The context now is a bit different. For one, the proposed tariff is a lot higher, 25% instead of 10%. And in 2018, Trump was trying to get reelected and also trying to negotiate a new trade deal with Canada and Mexico.
And the idea was that, okay, well, these aren't going to be permanent, particularly when Canada retaliated in a U.S. election cycle. But again, this time around, I'm not sure if we're going to get off that easily.
It is a little bit unclear what exactly Mr. Trump has in mind, and I personally think there might be a higher possibility for these tariffs to stay.
If that happens, the impact on Quebec's industry could be much worse.
There's 30,000 direct jobs that depend directly in Quebec on aluminum.
They may either have to decrease their production, lay off some employees, decrease their prices, and by extension, profit.
He says 2018 should have been a wake-up call for the industry to find other places to sell.
I sense that we haven't learned a lesson, which means that the dependence of aluminum producers on the United States has remained the same and marginally increased, and we have not been able to find substitute markets or countries where these aluminum produced can be exported.
Others say that's easier said than done.
Economically and from a cost perspective, profit-driven perspective, it makes so much more sense to kind of stick with the U.S. Market.
Some say Canada has pretty good leverage to once again try to cut a deal with Trump.
The United States is not even in the top 7 world producers of aluminum. It's not like they can just source all of the imports they get from Canada and other countries. It's not like they can source it locally. They don't have that kind of capacity.
All the experts agree that it's not clear what Trump hopes to get out of this, and that makes crafting a response challenging.